Hello everyone, today I'm talking to you about Russian language, Ruski Язык. It's very, very difficult. I've been studying now seriously for about 2 years and I have progressed a little bit. I have managed to pass the residence test and it was an incredibly difficult test. I had to talk about grammar, I had to talk about laws in Russia, I had to talk about history, and it was quite intense, but with a lot of effort and help from my wife, I managed to pass the test. So I want to give you some little basics about Russian today and what I'm doing to study. So first thing to learn is the alphabet. Obviously, this is the English alphabet, and this is the Russian alphabet. It takes a long time for an English person to understand that when you see this symbol, it's a G or a D. Particularly when you see this in Russian, it means R, because my mind wants to think it's a P. Actually, this means a P. So for several months, or however long it takes someone, they're going to have to spend time understanding the Cyrillic alphabet. Once you understand that, it's actually a lot easier than English, because a lot of times in English, they say things like you can't, some letters are silent. But in Russian, everything is as it's written. This is ch, and this is a very difficult sound in Russian.
What?
And I'm probably not doing it correctly. I'm sure many Russians are laughing if they're seeing me try. As far as sentence structures or Ruski Padej, there are not the articles in front. So for example, if we have student here, this would be the student. And if you have of the student, it would be studienta. To the student, to the studientu, and this means u. By the student, studientum. About the student, o studiente. So these are very difficult aspects of the language to learn, and I'm spending a lot of time because I am really interested in understanding how to read in Russian, because I really like Russian books. So another thing I'll do is I'll spend time on doing sort of looking for words in these, what do they call these? They call these, it's a word search in English. And so this just gives me some exercise in trying to find words in here. And so I'm doing stuff like that. I have bought some different books, and this has different sections here. Obviously, it starts very simply. So we're reading some words: airport, passport, taxi, bank, cafe, coffee, sandwich, computer, telephone. Я понимаю русский из слова. Well, that's a very basic sentence, but then they get more difficult as you go along. And this is a book I took out from the library about planets and about planet Earth. And so I'm trying to read these basic stories, mainly for children. And one of the things I learned today that's interesting is that the Earth is kruglaya, and it's actually not a perfect kruglaya. It actually expands at the equator a little bit more. And so I'm trying to learn and understand basic Russian that way. Another thing I did is I have these cards here and sort of just keep those. That's a chashka, kastriolia, riba. And so each day I'm trying to expand my Russian abilities, and it's probably going to take me the rest of my life, and I'll never really be at a very great level, but I hope to someday be able to engage in Russian society a little bit more deeply, because I really do like it here. And thanks for watching this video. Hope you'll stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.